And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks, on this really what feels like winter is amongst us. This is January the 23rd, and if you look at our wonderful window here at Nancy's Neighborhood, you'll see it's pretty dreary looking. It's been raining most of the weekend. I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and then maybe we'll have, or maybe it's sunshine tomorrow and a little bit of rain Wednesday. I don't know, but it's cold out there, folks. I will tell you that. And it's good to be back with you today. I'm going to give you some announcements and some things that are happening. Now, I had Andrew Hunt from the library on with me at the last show, but Andrew and I digressed and we got to talking about some other things, especially the history branch of the library. So I'm not really sure you got all the events that are coming up this week at the library, but I'm going to tell you. Now, tomorrow night, and I know this will be quick notice for you all because you'll see this show probably right before this, but tomorrow night at 6:30 is movie night. It's 18 and up. It's a PG-13 movie, Allergent, and it's free, and then they will serve popcorn. So that's Tuesday at 6:30. Then Thursday at 4:30, the Tween and Teen Writing Clubs will meet. The Crossover Book Club meets Friday at 7 p.m. to discuss the young adult book Divergent. And then adults 18 and up have Pushing the Limits of Nature at 6:30 on January the 30th. And FOLA, now here's something interesting, folks, because I don't know how many of you have VHS players, but if you do, this is really neat because they're cleaning out their library and they're going to sell all their VHS tapes for 25 cents. Now that's a deal if you can use them. I mean, it's not a deal if you can't use them, but it's a real deal if you can use them. And they have children's videos, entertainment, popular movies, educational material, and here again it's 25 cents and it'll be first come first serve. So if you think you have a VHS player and would like to get over there and get some of these 25-cent VHSs, then you better run right on over there as soon as you see this show. Now, the baby bookworms will meet at the library at 10:30 Thursday and also again at 1 o'clock. Now, that's a time for moms that lasts about 30 minutes. And I'm going to tell you something. I was asked to come to Head Start and read once to a group, and I love reading to children. So any of you schools out there that happen to see this, I love reading to children. So if you want me to come and read, but they told me that I was going to be reading to 3-year-olds, and I had about 30 minutes. Well, I'm sorry, folks, but I taught school for 18 years. And so let me tell you right now, 30 minutes reading to a group of 3-year-olds is like a lifetime. 5 minutes is your max. But they don't just read. They have other little activities. They have games. They have music. So the baby bookworms, 10:30 and 1 o'clock on Thursday. And then the preschool children have their events on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10:30. And that's a great time for moms to bring the kids out. And remember, folks, all of this is free at our Cleveland Bradley Public Library. Now, they also have, and I'm going to promise you all, this is not something Nancy's going to do. They have Zumba classes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday that are free, but they're 8 o'clock in the morning. And I don't care. I just don't think I could Zumba at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. I might could Zumba at 10 o'clock in the morning, but 8 o'clock in the morning, not really sure I could do that. Now, if you're interested in the library things, the things that go on at the library, www.clevelandlibrary.org. Now, remember, our library is a 501c3. They function on everything that, all the donations that we make, the things like selling these VHS tapes to you all, and also the county and the city governments help fund that, and then they write grants for different opportunities there at the library. So remember that, folks. Now, I've told you about these, but I'm going to tell you again in case you have not gotten to see them yet. Athens Area Council for the Arts has shades right now, and the artist is Charlie Newton. Now, Charlie's a Chattanooga artist, wonderful artist. When we had Case and Art, we did some work with Charlie. Very, very talented fella. And for more information, you go to athensartscouncil.org or call 423-745-8781. And I want to tell you about this because we're not only Charter Channel 5, but we're also Comcast 210, and that is part of Northern Hamilton County, McMinn County, Polk County, and then we're also Rabbit Ears 27. I'm looking at Bryce, he's shaking his head yes. By the way, Bryce is my producer, as I've told y'all before, and he's shaking his head yes. And I had someone that was putting rabbit ears up on their house the other day to get something, to pick up some kind of channels, I don't know what. And he said all of a sudden there was Nancy's Neighborhood, and I said, well, good for you. You've done something really good. Then the Museum Center has an exhibit. It's called Grown and Bred in East Tennessee, and that will be going on. It started January 13th, and it'll be continuing for a while. And I want to tell you, the museum, it also is a 501c3, and they rely on city and county government help, and then they also write a lot of grants. And then, oh, I see the sun shining. Did y'all see the sun just come out? Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, back to the museum, folks. They write grants so that they can have programs like educational things that they do for our students in Cleveland and Bradley County. So single membership at the museum is $30, and that's practically nothing. And you get a 10% discount at the gift shop. Anything you buy there, you get a 10% discount if you're a member, plus the fact that you get invited to all of these member receptions for all of the events. And they've already had the member reception for Grown and Bred in East Tennessee. But give them a call, 339-5745, if you're interested in joining the museum. Another thing that's happening at the museum, and I'm sorry folks, I did not get the price on this, but I will try to before the next Nancy's Neighborhood. But Intro to Weaving is going to be offered at the museum on Saturday, February the 18th from noon until 4. And this is going to be taught by Sherry Johnson. And Sherry's a friend of mine. She's in my Sunday school class at Broad Street. And she's one of these people that has the loom and does all this knitting. And she does scarves and shawls and blankets and dishcloths. If you could believe, dishcloths, yes. But she does all of these wonderful things. The price on those is usually like $30, $35. But if you're a museum member, it's like $25, $30. You get a discount if you're a museum member. So if you're interested in that, 339-5745. Again, let me tell you about the Etowah Arts Commission. Has Claudia Walker there through March the 31st. And their art center is right there on Tennessee Avenue, which is the main street going right through Etowah, folks. I always hate it when people say to me, you can't miss it, but honestly, you can't miss it. It's right next to the theater. But they're having her artist reception on January the 26th from 5:30 to 7, and their light refreshments will be served. So if you're interested in that, www.etowaharts.org. And I have to tell you, we've been talking about the Sandhill Crane. And you know, TWRA does this great job with the Sandhill Cranes flying in over to the reserve and all of this. But you know, sometimes the cranes have a mind of their own. As I'm driving in on Eureka Road this morning, Mr. Hooper's field, his cow field, is full of Sandhill Cranes. And they're out there just a-pecking and getting those grubs out of the ground, I guess. But those suckers are about 2.5 feet tall. They are big birds. But that whole field was full of them. And I thought, boys and girls, you're in the wrong place. You're supposed to be over at the reserve. But they seem to be doing just fine. And I bet there were 50, 75 of them out in that field. Foster grandparents are still needed for Bradley County Head Start. And again, I told you, I've done some reading for some of these classrooms. They want you to do that. They want you to help the individuals, kind of a one-on-one. And they're looking for people 44 years and older. And some of us qualify for that by a long shot. And they'd like for you to be able to do 20 hours a week. But folks, I know that's almost full-time work. So I'm quite sure that they would be more than willing if you could do 10 hours a week or something like that. That number is 423-643-6418 to find out more about that program, 643-6418. I've also told you that the Girl Scouts are selling cookies right now. This is the 100th anniversary of the Girl Scouts selling cookies. And nearly $800 million in cookie sales is generated in an average season, folks, average. So I'm hoping that you all will buy the Girl Scout cookies. I've told you what I think about the Thin Mints. They're wonderful, but all the other cookies are good too. And 100% of the money earned in our area will stay in our area for our Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts of the Appalachians, which is the region that our Girl Scouts here in Cleveland are in, 10,000 girls and volunteers strong in 43 counties in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Tri-Cities. So Cleveland is part of the Chattanooga subdivision of our region. So for more information, you can go to www.girlscoutcsa.org. And if you don't see anybody out selling Girl Scout cookies, then see if you can find somebody that knows something about it, or go to this website and find out where you can get your Girl Scout cookies. I'm going to be looking for Thin Mints. I don't know what you'll be looking for, but I'm looking for Thin Mints. Now, the Red Shoe Gala, and we had Josiah on with us at the last show to tell us about it. This is another 501c3. and they need our support, folks. This is CASA, C-A-S-A, stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And this is to be sure that when our children have to go to court during whatever situation has happened to them, that they are represented by someone other than an immediate family member who might be influencing them one way or the other. And so this is February the 4th at 6 o'clock in the museum. And the other day when Josiah was on with us, he said there were 5 tables left. And I think tables seat 8, so that probably means there's 40 tickets left, maybe 50. So give them a call, 472-5800, 472-5800, or you can go to www.casabp.org if you'd like to go and participate in this event. I believe he said the Catch is catering. There will be auction items, silent and live. And so this will be a great event for you folks. Fun night out, February the 4th. I might even make that your Valentine, folks. That's just 10 days ahead of time. Now, Lee University is going to have, the Language Center is going to offer free English classes beginning on February the 2nd. Now, this program will offer 5 levels of classes ranging from beginning to advanced, and the classes take place on Thursdays from 6:30 to 8:30 in the Walker Memorial Building, and there will be free child care for ages 2 to 12. So you need to contact C. Blake, B-L-A-K-E, C. Blake at leeuniversity.edu or call Lee University 614-8223, 614-8223 to talk to someone and see if these free English classes are what you need, because that is a wonderful opportunity. I want to congratulate Parkview Elementary and Santa Fe Cattle Company because they've just become best partners, BEST, Business and Education Serving Together. That's sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, and we try to get businesses or industries to partner with a local school, city or county, and work with that school. And we don't want you just writing checks, folks. That's not what it's about. We'd like you in there mentoring if you can. Teach some junior achievement classes in there. Do some of those things that you can do. And if you want to write a check, I'm sure the school will be happy about that. But that's not what this is about. It's about business and education serving together. And Sherry Cry at the Chamber, 472-6587, could tell you about that if you might be interested. 472-6587, Sherry Cry, if your industry might be interested in, or your business might be interested in doing that. Then I'm going to take just a minute to talk to you about Cherries Jubilee because it's coming up April the 21st. Now you're saying, wow, that's way on out there. Well, it's not, folks. We're at the end of January right now, okay? So let's start talking about it. April 21st, Museum Center starts at 6 o'clock. Tickets are $25, but we have availability of corporate sponsorships, and with that corporate sponsorship, you get 4 tickets, and you get to come to the event. We have basically 9 to 10 caterers. We already have some signed on, so I'm not going to give you that list just yet, but we have about 10 caterers that come. We serve adult beverages and other beverages, and all of this is for your admission price. We have silent auctions and live auction, and we always have a theme. So this year's theme, you're hearing it today, live on TV, this year's theme is Go Green in 17. Now, what we'd like for the artists to do that are going to donate items for the silent auction and the live auction is to think botanical, nature, environmental, sports, or just paint something green, because it's Go Green in 17. And I would like to tell you all that as of this year, this is our 19th year for Cherries, by the way. But as at the end of our 18th year, we had put $400,000 into our city and county schools and some of our private schools for arts projects, arts grants, and additional art teachers, visiting art teachers to come into our schools. So this is totally a fundraiser for the arts. Allied Arts of the Cleveland-Brady Chamber of Commerce does this annually, always in April, and it's always a fun event. So I hope you all will remember that, April 21st, Go Green in 17. And we're going to take a little commercial break right here, and we'll be back with our first guest, because I got 2 very interesting people that we're going to talk to today. So don't go away, watch these commercials, support our sponsors, and we'll be right back.